Okay, with that, I will take it over to my sister. She's gonna have different sets of protection and stuff. The one she's doing for us this week, it involves pink Himalayan salt, rosemary, cinnamon, black obsidian stone, basil, rose petals, and pink wax. I don't know. That sounds like a sexy fucking pizza to me, but what is it for?
A pizza. My little basil. I brought my cinnamon. I brought my salt. I brought my little pink candle. By the way, guys, you can make this easily at home. My little rose that I stole from the neighbor. Some rosemary. And, okay, here's a little jar. By the way, guys, this is a, what did I tell you it was? A self-confidence spell jar.
I so need that.
Okay, so these little jars, I bought it at Dollar Tree. It was $4 for $1. I mean, they're tiny, but if you want to carry it with you, I guess that's the right size, right? And then I went and I bought this little stone at the Eye of Buddha. See it? And it does, they do go by its size. So I think this one was like $1.99.
That's the black what?
Obsidian. So let me tell you guys what all this shit's for and how to do it. If you're interested. Remember, this could be just a craft. If you don't believe in it, you don't believe in it. But that's how shit works when you believe in it. I actually think it's manpower. Alright. So, before you always start...
Stephanie's all scared now.
Yeah. She's gonna cast a spell on us.
I felt her turn that way, turn this way, like, oh shit.
Oh, this is a patchouli incense.
I thought you were saying
Patchouli.
Patron.
See, I tell you, it sounds like ingredients for a fucking pizza, like patchouli, or what's that place called?
Which
Wow.
Patrillos.
Patrillos, there you go.
Oh, Patrillos is so fire.
Alright. So, most of the times when you start doing these, you need to cleanse them because they do carry energy. Like
The
everything
jars.
does. Everything. Alright, so you just, put it in. You cleanse it. Right? Then just your little stone, of course, because this is what's going to carry like your little energy. Right? Just smudge it. Usually when it's like a bigger spell, you cast a circle of protection around you. But for stuff like this, just, the main things. Which is that. Alright, so I don't know what you want to do with this shit. Are you done with using this?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, just gonna rest it right there. So I need to start, okay? So, okay, so the pink salt, guys, this is for to free your thoughts from negative vibes. Alright, so you just
To free your thoughts from negative vibes?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, what's the biggest bottle they have in that?
So you just grab it and you toss it in, right? Just put it in there. Next is the rosemary for mental health. So just grab your little rosemary. It could be fresh, it could be dry. Sometimes it works better when it's dry, but this one's fresh. I just cut it from that little plant. So you just grab some, you throw them in there, throw them in there. Next, what am I gonna put? Hang on, guys, my phone locked up. Cinnamon, and this is to support health and ideas for inspiration. Also, with cinnamon, if you're working on any other spells and you add this to it, it speeds up the process. Where that lies, I don't know, but cinnamon's good. So you just toss it in there. Okay, the next is going to be the basil. and that's to reduce your stress and let you calm down.
You know what helps me calm down? The power of Jesus.
I thought you were going to say a fat joint.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, yeah, but again, the power of Jesus.
And then the rose petals. So of course, you're just gonna get one in such a tiny, tiny jar. Just like ripping up, throw them in there. These are for self-love. Just to love yourself.
So they actually sell these on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you can make them yourself.
like as necklaces though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Little tiny little.
Yeah.
And then the last thing to throw in is the black obsidian. So you're gonna throw it in there.
Wasn't it already in there?
No.
I thought it was.
I put the pink salt in first. So the stone is, let me read. Takes fears away and gives you the power to reach the things you want to do. That's what the rose stone is for. So when you're done, you close it up. Right? You get your, this one calls for pink wax. So you get your little candle. You light it up. And then to seal them, you just let the wax drip where it would close. Alright, so that's how you seal it. I mean, usually you would do like the whole top, let it melt down. So it kind of looks like the little honey jars, you know, like the Winnie the Pooh, like dripping honey down. But it just seals it. Every jar you make always needs to be sealed, so the intention is stuck in there.
Do you say a prayer while you're doing it, or thinking happy thoughts as you're stuck?
Yeah, like when you're like reading off your list of ingredients and what they're for, like, you know, you could say to yourself like, oh, this one's a self confidence. Like, oh, I'm throwing flowers in here so I can love myself. You know, this basil to whatever I said it was for. You know, and then after, like, when it's all, I'm just gonna stop right there because it's gonna take me forever. But when it's all sealed off, like, if you have like a special place, like in a room or in your house, somewhere that you want to keep it, just keep it there. You know, and just go back to it, shake it up a little. If you want to carry it with you, carry it with you. But that's how easy these are to make. You know, and it's like, I don't know, if you believe it, you believe it. If you don't, then they're still pretty cool to keep around.
Do they go bad after a time?
No.
Okay, what if you don't want to have it no more?
There's ways to get rid of them. Like if it's natural, you can open them up and dig them up on the earth to give it back to nature. And
So that would be like nature, right? Because
yeah,
everything's from the
everything's-
ground.
Yeah. And then the jar.
What
you
is
just
this,
use
Wiccan, or what practice would this be?
Yeah, it would be Wiccan. Probably Hoodoo. No, it would be more Wiccan.
Because it's all earth, right?
Yeah, it's all earth. Yeah, it's not bad, guys. There's good and there's bad.
This is
And the number one rule to all of this is if you do bad, it's gonna come back to you threefold, no matter what. No matter what. So that's this. So if you guys are interested, it's here.
And if you want one made, direct message her. She's
Yeah.
open for business.
I'll make you guys one. I'll even ship it through FedEx.
So witch doctor, that I'm in love with you. Say ooh-ee.
Sure.
Mm.
I told everyone. And if you guys are wondering what this is called, all this is called a kitchen witch. Because it's shit you find in your kitchen. Literally. So if we ever go to somebody's house and they have all sorts of spices,
Chances are they're a good cook.
We have
Yeah,
a lot of
because I have a lot of
spices.
spices.
I have a lot of stuff.
And I don't
And
doubt
you'd be
it.
surprised how many of them you use.
Oh,
I use
that's
everything
true.
I
I
have.
use like
Yeah.
three
I
or
have
four.
everything I
and
have,
a
I
lot
buy
of spices
'cause I use
just
it.
there, just in case.
Yeah, but like you know, spell wise,
I don't.
a lot of them are used. A lot of them.
Now I'm gonna go to everybody's fucking kitchen. Like, come here, bitch. Let me see what's in your cabinet.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, dude, like to do like reversal candles, like to like, just say you feel something is going on with you, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do a reversal. Like, there's this oil that you make. It's called the flying devil, and it's literally olive oil and a bunch of like chili pepper. You just anoint your candle with that, and you like say your prayer, your intention, and it just reverses it. There's a lot of things. I'll probably do that one.
Stephanie's still real scared. Look at her.
Yeah.
She's just like, nah, I'm
Like,
good.
you know what? I'm sorry, but like, it's just like, because I don't mean any disrespect. Please don't come for me.
Come for her.
But,
Come for her.
but
No,
that
you know what,
shit
guys?
is
I'll tell you
really
this.
fucking terrifying to me. It is, because I know that shit is real.
Yeah, it is.
And like,
How
I
do
just
how
don't.
do you know? Like,
I bet
You
we're
had
talking
stories.
witches real quick.
Yeah.
What do you know?
yeah.
Tell
How
us
do you
before you
know?
leave.
No, I know it's real, man. I know it is. And if you ever get like somebody that does practice and knows their shit, if you ever piss them off, for instance, then yeah, it could go really bad for you. So that's why I steer clear. I steer clear. You know, your whole life can just blow up in a second.
Like that story you sent me, remember?
Yeah.
That was a crazy fucking story.
Yeah, so I am
scary.
scared.
And another thing is, like, once you know, you know.
Yeah.
There's no going back no more.
Yeah.
Like, wait, you think you're gonna tell me I could do all this with just doing this? Like, there ain't no stopping you no more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it does scare me. Fuck, I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
I used to try to do this shit in my early 20s, and I mean, I was haunted for years after.
What would you
That
do?
just- you know, a lot of
Like
time when
haunted
you don't know what you're doing
spiritually?
and you're trying to do these
Spiritually
things.
haunted or like just
Spiritually.
bad shit happening?
Bad shit happening, but spiritually, definitely. When you open yourself to things that you don't know shit about, you know what I mean? Like, it just, demons just come for you, man. And that's just terrifying to me, you know? If you do know what you're doing and stuff, like,
Were you
it seems
praying
like
to
you're
anybody?
pretty... No, I never did anything like that. But
What?
I praying to other gods or anything, I won't do that. I've never done that. But I just, I didn't know what I was doing. I was a fucking stupid kid, you know? I'd be like, oh, look, this says this. Like, I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't do my research, and I just feel like...
Well, Google
Fuck.
wasn't that accessible.
Yeah,
back then.
yeah, you know what I mean? So...
Had to go on AOL.
I was just like, you know what? I watched the crap.
You got mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that shit's true.
Yeah,
Now
man.
this, if you could kill somebody,
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah.
How much bleach do I put in this one? Tell me.
Yeah.
And then you play the part of the fucking sad fucking widow.
Yeah. Oh, no.
With your fingertips still full of bleach.
Yeah, while smelling like weed.
Yeah.
I watch too much IDTV, people. I'm sorry. Sorry.
And you said that reminded me about the foil.
I will give him the fucking foil. That I'm not sorry for. And I can't even see his face, so I don't even know what he's doing back there. I just see
grinding
the
his teeth thinking about
ring
the
of
foil.
fire looking. I can't even see him.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Everybody laughs at the foil paper.
Yeah.
I may not hit hard, I may not win, but I'm gonna get you.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to make my exit. Got the kids waiting for me at home. So, good talk.
Send me your TikTok.
I will. I'm
Oh
gonna.
yeah, you gotta show me how to
There.
upload.
I will. Oh, yeah.
Looks so cute, huh?
I know.
It
that's
does look
nice
cute.
now.
It looks
Yeah.
like an accessory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the comadre's out. She'll be here next week.
Yes.
For 7 weeks, she's gonna be hostage in the
Yeah.
woods. Okay, so that was the comadre. She'll be back next week with other stuff she got going on. So now our main topic is the Brujas, as you can see. brujas, witches, bitches, whatever you want to call them. And all the stuff that comes with them. So, did you guys know there's an actual Noche de Brujas, but it's not Halloween?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like an actual fucking convention that all the witches go to. Like, it's a known fucking place. It's on the first Friday every single March.
Oh, in March.
Yeah, so that
March?
first Friday every March, all the witches go to a place. It's called Cerro Mono Blanco. And it's in Mexico. The state over there is called Catemaco. Catemaco. It's like a coastal city, I guess, by Laguna, it says. So what they do is every year on this first Friday in March, witches of all over the world go to get together. There's vendors to buy stuff that you can't buy wherever you're from. Pretty much like a big ass party. So you go eat, drink, and witch. And yeah, it's just all kinds of witches from all kinds of witches. You know how there's the Wiccan, you got your paleros, your basic bruja that hee hee ha ha on the broom. You know, everything, the hoodoos, everybody comes together in Mexico. I don't know if they fly fucking brooms, but they do.
The ball of fires. You know what? I'm gonna talk to this one girl. I met her when I went to Rosarito. She was like the wife of a friend. The wife of the brother's friend. Anyways, I liked her very much. And on the way back, she was telling me a whole bunch of crazy shit. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to maybe come talk about it. But she too, you know how mom talks about the ball of fire? She says she's seen that shit too. Walking
That's
with
what
her grandma.
Earlier I was telling my friend, is he on there? Alonso?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hi Alonso. He's from New Mexico. He's my pal. So I was telling him, like, you know, because, you know, we talk from a distance and how you doing. So I'm like, you know, it's hectic. I'm trying to get my shit. Like, I was so not in the mood today at all for this. So it's like, fuck. So I'm telling him, you know, we're going to talk real witches. So then he's like, yeah, they're real. But I thought he was, like, fucking around. So then he throws out there the bolas de lumbre, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's exactly what I was going to say. Because, like, where my mom over there in Michoacan, they talk about brujas being lechuzas. Or you can see them in the form of a fucking circle of fire or whatever, a ball of fire. So he tells me that, and he said he's seen them, like, in person, like, by him.
Oh, wow.
So I told him, join me later and tell us your experience, because we want to know. Because I want to know. I need to know. But, yeah, I guess they're known to be balls of fire. They fight within each other. So if you see fire and fucking sparks, that's what that is. Lechuzas are another form of the brujas. I guess the older the bruja, she convert, like, shape shifts into a lechuza. So that's how they go hunt the people they're after that they don't like. So the older they are, the smaller the lechuza is. But they say that on average, the bigger lechuzas are the younger witches, and they could be about maybe 5 feet tall, they say. And their wingspan goes up to like 15 feet or something. Like, they're fucking horrible, like, scary shit. So they say that those are more popular out there in, like, the Mexico, like, you know, that side of the world or whatever. I haven't seen them that big, at least that I know. All the ones I see are small. And they say that, yeah, that either they are out to get a certain somebody. See, and then I heard from my grandpa, my mom's dad, he would tell us that, supposedly right there too in El Rancho, that if you would see a lechuza and they would cry, say your Padre Nuestro backwards and they drop dead. But it's like, who even knows their Padre Nuestro regular, you know? So it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, he said that one time when he was young, there was a bruja and they kept saying that it was so and so and so and so, and they were like, I guess they were having issues of some sort, and they swore it was so and so's, like, wife. Well, I guess they knew their Padre Nuestro backwards because she dropped dead. So by the time she fell from the sky from flying, that she hit the floor, it was the lady, and she was naked.
Yeah, well, see, this girl, hopefully I'm not throwing her fucking shit out there, but
We have comments.
she said that I don't want to put her on blast, but I think I have to. I'm gonna share this part. Like I
But
guess
you just tell her
somebody.
story, but not her name.
yeah,
you
that's true. Then she got to her grandpa's house, and that thing is somehow they had just shot at one of the balls of fire, or some shit like that. And she got to her grandpa's house, and that fool was straight like healing a wound. And she's like, oh, what happened? He's like, oh, nothing. I'm just, me estoy curando algo que me hicieron. Because I guess her grandpa's like a witch, like a bruja. So that's why she's like, oh, I believe in that. But there's
Her grandpa.
Yeah, her grandpa. But there's like a lot of drama between the dad's family and the mom's family. So like she really wasn't around them, but the few times she was, like she would see all sorts of crazy shit. And it was known that their grandpa was like a brujo. Yeah, like
That'd be scary.
that's who was hitting her.
Imagine.
Yeah.
What's the name de la canción? What's his name? Los fucking balazos que me den el oscuro con saliva.
Yeah.
Catarino y los Rodales.
So imagine like just a human falling from the fucking sky.
Oh my god.
Do you think it hurts them when they actually fall? Or are they still mid like fucking shape shift so it doesn't hurt?
I think it probably hurts them regardless.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're still a being.
Yeah, whether it's an animal or fucking person.
But like say, okay, you fall like 50 feet from the fucking sky. And then they say that they fall naked. Like, that's even worse. Like, fuck, imagine el chichazo ahí. Like, does it hurt right away or hurt after? Does it fully hurt, like, the whole impact? Like, if I were to fall? Because obviously, if I were to fall 50 feet, I'd fucking die.
Well, when that lady died, fell from the ground, did she die or?
Yeah, no?
Yeah. But that was the Padre Nuestro backwards. That's what killed her. The Padre Nuestro.
Yeah, that's like straight demons.
It probably just took her power away.
No, it killed her. She died. Well, that's what Chava said.
After he told the story about his shirt
My
in
grandpa,
Vegas.
ay, Chava. My grandpa was a big old storyteller.
Yeah.
So my grandma, every time my grandpa would say anything, my grandma would be right on the side of him. Ay, Chava. So we already knew, like, maybe it's real, maybe it's not. But they were still good stories, though. Oh, I used to love my grandpa telling stories of all kinds. But yeah, that was one that he would say. And then my mom herself, like, she was raised with her grandma and her parents back and forth, Mexico and here. And she talks about one time being little, like 5, walking with her grandma over there. And that her grandma would be like, hurry up, let's get home before the brujas come out or something. And my mom would be like terrified because, oh my God. So my grandma would look to the skies to make sure there was no balls of fire roaming around. So she says that one time there was like some at the distance or something, and they would go from like tree to tree.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my grandma was like, those are brujas. Like, those are brujas. So my mom like swears they're witches. And then one time too, some man that used to, he takes care of my dad's yard, Chepe. This is in Jalisco, my mom's Michoacan, and he said the same thing. That one time, because he's always been an alcoholic. He started drinking when he was 8.
Mm-hmm.
So he's always fucked up since he was 8.
Damn.
And he
Imagine
says,
Julie not drunk. Right?
so he says that he was out, like, you know how over there you walk everywhere? He was out somewhere and with an older man, and they were playing poker. So yeah, it was time to like go home. So he says that they were coming back into town from I don't know where, but that there was a bunch of trees up there, and then they seen a big old ball of fire falling. So they thought it was like a meteor that fell. So then all of a sudden that ball that fell fucking picked itself way up and shot straight into the sky. So he says it came this way, and from there it went straight up. Because the man told him, if it was a meteor, it's probably going to catch fire right there because it's a fucking meteor. It's falling. So he says that they stood there, both of them, and this was like at like probably 1 a.m. I don't know who this man was, I don't understand why he was out at the age of 8 years old playing poker and being drunk. I don't know. But this is what he told me. So he says that they both stood there, and all of a sudden, when this one shot up, another one came from this way and shot straight across and went into a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So the man told them, son brujas. It ain't a meteor shower.
Uh-huh.
So Chep is like, what are you talking about? He's all, those are fucking brujas. So the man started praying. He started praying, and he says he was tearing. So Chep is still like, I was drunk, I didn't get it, I didn't understand anyway, like, what the fuck you saying? Well, the one that shot straight up came straight down and went across to another tree. So there's these two big ass balls. He says they're size of people, like 5 feet tall. So there's these two big ass fucking balls of fire, and all of a sudden they were fighting. So they're throwing fucking like fire at each other, like the cartoons, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, that this man's like, we gotta go before they see us. And at this point, Chepe believed now that they were witches because they were fucking fighting.
Oh,
And that the fire, like when one would shoot the fucking fire, the flame would get really big. But the tree wasn't on fire or anything. It was just like the fire, them standing on the tree like a bird.
Oh, I see.
The tree would not catch fire, nothing. It was just fire on a tree. So yeah, he says that the man was all fucking like paralyzed, scared, like, but he's like, we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
He pissed himself, the man. Chepe was like crying, all sad. Like, he says he got so sober real quick after he seen them fighting with each other. And yeah, after when he got home, after he got beat the fuck up and everything else that happened with him that night, I guess his mom was still alive, and she would tell him, like, don't go on that side because the brujas from the other rancho come and they do like meetings right there. That's where they meet. True or not, I don't know. That's what I was told. It's a good fucking story. I would love to see the brujas.
Go to Mexico.
I'm gonna have to go to Mexico or Anza. They have balls of fire over there too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kinds of crazy shit over there.
And then they try to play it off that it's the fucking wind that hits the mountain and creates a fucking, what's it called? Spark. How the fuck is a spark from the wind and the sand hitting the mountain gonna spark up that big? Like, there's reports out there that, because there's a big ass mountain over there that you can see from their rancho. And yeah, there's like reports that all kinds of flying fucking balls of fire up there.
My uncle seen them. They even my Tio Rudy, yeah, they seen the whole thing hit the mountain, catch fire, but when they went there was nothing there. Like, no fire ever, no reports, nothing. And then like when shit like that would happen, like they would hear like people walking on the roof. And so they would go out there and they would never find anybody. And out there it's pitch black. They would never see anybody. But they'll see a bunch of lights. And orbs. And that's all.
That end.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's just, once again, the unknown. Like, do you believe? Do you not? Then what is it?
I believe.
It's scary. It's hard.
Well, it's so, with technology, it's so hard to hide it nowadays that even like the government's coming out with the truth about UFOs.
Yeah.
The truth about Bigfoot. The truth about like a lot of paranormal shit that they can't hide no more because our technology is so good. Like, everybody has a camera on their phone now.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much shit that people are taking pictures and videos of that they can't even deny it no more. Like before, 1 out of 100 people will be driving around with a fucking camcorder in their trunk, and they would just say, "Oh, it was a hoax."
Yeah.
Now.
And end up on Us Weekly.
Yeah, I mean, like when you think about it now,
Fire.
like
Fire, that was the line.
yeah, there could be like
19,
50 people standing outside right now, and their first instinct, instead of helping the guy who's getting beat up, would be to record it and take pictures, So
yeah, I record everything.
so you get like 50 fucking different same footage of different angles. But yeah,
I think it's true.
I think all that's true. I think it's all just the scary ass people who don't want to believe.
I'm scary and I still believe. No, like Stephanie was saying, or you were saying, if you believe, like look at that movie, The Skeleton Key. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You haven't seen it? Watch it. Oh my god. It's like she don't believe, but the other people believe, so they're putting shit on her and it's like working. Because even though she thinks she don't want to believe, the people with the energy are making it happen.
It's true. I think it's all true. And I think everybody should know something. I mean, because it's just so common. It's so out there. Like, the internet's so accessible and you could just look anything up. You know? It's easy. It's easy to, like, there's a fucking spell that I read. And it's called, like, a reversal. A reversal spell with no karma. Right? Like, this is, like if you feel like somebody's doing something against you. And it's crazy because you gather all the ingredients. And it's scary shit. And you know what? This other person told me about another story like that. But it's like the heart of a chicken. I want to say it's a heart of a chicken. Nails, like rusty nails, like it makes you gather a bunch of shit. So you put it in a box and then you like send it or you go put it to whoever you want. Like say I want to send it to you. Like, okay, you know, fucking Becky's fucking cursing me to hell, so I'm gonna send all this shit back to her. So I get the heart of chicken, I get the nails, I get a bunch of shit that looks really bad and nasty. And I go leave it at your door with your name on it. So you go and you open it, and what are you gonna see?
A package.
Right.
Someone will be like, oh, Poshmark came.
Right, so you open it. You open it and you see. And right away you start thinking like, oh fuck, somebody sent something to me. This is bad. Your bad thoughts. Because
Kill myself.
Yes. You yourself, you're gonna start thinking so badly like, I should have never done this. It's coming back to me. All those thoughts that you're gonna begin getting when you see this. And when this is put together, it's just put back to scare you. It's not.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, if I got a package like that, just be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like, but again, this is for somebody who knows damn well they're being worked. Okay, so you get it and you know you're doing something bad. You're gonna automatically think like, fuck, they're sending something to me. So you're gonna start thinking like, all this shit's coming back to me. Like, everything I did wrong, it's gonna come back because they're fucking sending it to me. But it's really your mentality that's gonna start fucking you over.
Be better people.
And you know what? I had seen this spell on YouTube. And this other girl, she told me that one of her friend's mom had got a package like that. Like, it was to her name. The lady opened it, and it was the heart of an animal. I can't even say what animal it was, but it looked really nasty. And within a month, the lady fucking died. Now, I'm not saying this is the same spell. Maybe it was something who fucking killed her. But yeah, like, they fucking opened it, and the lady seen it. It was addressed to her. And then, yeah, within the month, she died. From being perfectly normal. So, I don't know. I don't know where that lies, but it's the belief system, you know? That's it.
On that tip, too, ladies, if you're watching and you hear this, don't do amarres. Don't think about doing amarres. That's the worst thing you can do. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's a spell that you do to trap somebody to be yours. A lot of things go into it, like toe clippings, menstrual, whatever droppings you want to call it. I don't know. Underwear required, picture of your man, hair, stuff like that. You wrap it up and you put it somewhere intimate for you. What you do, okay, everybody has a guardian angel. Everybody. Okay, whether you believe it, whether you don't, that guardian angel is there. Okay, a lot of the non-believers, which I know many, are like, fuck God and fuck this and fuck you too, whatever. Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, your guardian angel's there to protect you from the spiritual world that you
even
cannot
for
see.
even for the non-believers, it's still your soul they're working with.
Yeah, but like a lot of like people I know, that ain't fucking true, cause that's all like spirituality, God and the Catholic Church, the Christian this and that. It's like just you need to open up your mind, cause like there's good, there's evil, and if that person has the intention and it's there, it's gonna fucking get you, whether you want to believe, whether you don't. I believe, okay, like you know how people that are really into the church say, I believe in God, nothing can get me. Okay, half yes, you believe in God, half no. They're gonna get you because, like, there is good, there's fucking evil. If, okay, they say, well, if it wasn't meant to be, like the people that are so against getting their cards read because God says you're not supposed to know your future. God also is the creator, right? How come he gives certain people the gift to know the future then?
Yeah.
Yes or no? So it's like, I don't know, to me, once again, I'm not gonna say too much religion, but all this spirituality and, you know, all this just, I guess, counter fucking, you know, it like fights its own because, like I said, okay, God created everybody. Why do some people have that don to see things?
Yeah.
Why do they know how to tell you your future? But like this lady I know, she can give you full fucking details of even underwear you're gonna wear Friday. And you will come on Friday and look when you're peeing and like, oh fuck, she said I was gonna wear pink underwear. Details. But she don't know how to do anything to save yourself from anything. Okay, she will tell you full details of everything, like, you know, something that happened. She'll tell you who the person was, what they fucking look like, everything. But she can't give you a certain spell or do something for you to clean you or help you or guide you. She just sees things, you know? So that's why I always think, like, okay, people are so against card telling. But why, if obviously they were born with it? A lot of people are self-taught, but how many people aren't born like that, you know? How many people don't know how to tell the future? They were born like that. They don't just sit there and like, oh, let me fucking try to tune into visions, you know what I mean? So I don't know, to me it's just like, it's a whole fucking like hurricane of shit. But going back to the amarres, everybody has a guardian angel. So what you're doing is you're getting your man's guardian angel and you're fucking wrapping him up in all this shit that you're doing. So it ain't just the picture of him. It ain't just your chonas full of menstrual fucking cochina. It ain't hair and fucking toenail clippings. You're literally grabbing your man's guardian angel and you're pretty much keeping it captive in this fucking chonas with the fucking little twine that you're wrapping him up. So what happens is, okay, at the end of the day, when whatever happens and eventually somebody finds out, because they always find out anyway, that person cannot stand you so bad. Like, there's even been cases too where they kill them because their guardian angel is just so fucking, like, out of control. The person don't know what to fucking do. So, that is the worst thing you could do. Yeah, like, that's the worst. And when they told me this, I was like, whatever, you know, like me personally, if you love me, love me. If you don't, fuck you, then I don't care. Yeah, he told me this. This was like, fuck, about 20 years ago. He had told me that the madres were this and that and blah, blah, blah. And he had even told me, do you want to do one on him? I was like, no. Like, after you're telling me what it is, why would I want to do that? You know?
Who's this? The
Gus. From Huntington Park. And I was like, no. Why would I want to fucking do that to him? Like, no. I just want to know my future. Like, are we good? Are we bad? Should I bother? Is he going to be retarded all his life? He told me yes. I didn't believe him. I should have believed him. So, yeah, then after, years later, I met the other man we go to, and he told me the same thing. Una madre is you grab that person's guardian angel captive, and that's what you're doing. So imagine, poor little guardian angel, just picture like Cupid, all tied up, all sad, trying to get out. That's sad. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. If they want you, they want you. If they don't, they don't. And that's it. It's done and over with. Find somebody else to love. Because then, like, he told me, they turn obsessive over you. They don't love you. They're just mentally attracted to you and they don't even know why. And then it's psycho because it's not even love. It's just you have to be here. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You got Margaret, Laura
I wouldn't do that.
watching.
Hi, Mom.
And then somebody else is watching. Ceci, man.
Manriquez.
Yes.
Yes. You didn't send me your ghost story. She had a good one, she said. So we'll talk ghosts next week though anyway. So give it to me. What else? The spouse. What do you know? Share a story. I know you know.
Spouse what?
Brujas or something.
No.
None? This one has all the stories of the fucking people.
Mm-hmm. No, because it's common.
Not of witches.
You know witches?
I said not of witches. Like, you know.
Some brujeria. I like brujeria. Not amares, but. No, okay.
She's gonna go to her cajon, her chon drawer and take it out.
I'm gonna go throw it away. No. Okay, you were talking about the non-believers and shit, but I think it all ties up because it's like they pray to God, but who is God? Like, who are you? You know, you're commending yourself on something that's basically non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, okay, you're like, they criticize the craft. Oh, you're doing this, it's not gonna work. Okay, you're doing that, how's that gonna work? And it all just goes back to
What?
believing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you believe and you sit there, it's gonna happen. And you know what? I think like the best way to start like exercising your belief is actually following the law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like the principle. Like, you say it, you believe it, you live in the end, and that's it.
And you know, when you gave me that book, I started reading pages and stuff.
Yeah.
And you guys all know, last year was horrible for me, personal for me. John says I'm bullshit, whatever. For me, my feelings were fucked up. I don't know if it was a lot to do with still postpartum. Maybe just the whole fact of going 20 fucking years without recognition or love or anything. But it was really hard for me, like, you know, the whole fucking insult and belittling and stuff. And, you know, like, okay, I met people, certain people that, I mean, you know, they're cool to talk to. They make you think in a different way and open up your head, you know. But it's true, like, the book, you know, think of this, think of that. You're in a better place. And I started, like, being really positive. Like, I've always been on the positive side, but I'm a pessimist. And that's what gets me, because even though I'm really happy about this, I'm still really fucking upset because this didn't go through though. You know? So I let that go, and I noticed that I'm in such a better place, like just mentally overall. Like, I just don't give two fucks about anybody. I don't. Nobody. And that's what I even tell this one. Like, if we can't work together, I'm fucking fine with it. Like, just leave me alone. We'll co-parent like we've been, and I'm fucking fine. Like, I'm tired of trying to be the person. Like, in general, not just the wife, like the person. Okay, people don't like me, people don't talk to me, people rather not deal with me. Why? Be a fucking adult and tell me why. You know? And it's like, once I just, who cares? If they're not here, then they're not here. Life goes on. And life has gone on. And I honestly see myself in such a better place. Just the simple fact that I just envision myself in a better place. I don't drag along the fucking sadness anymore, because I just, whatever. And it's just like, I wouldn't say good luck, but it's just all the good fucking, like, what would I say? Not even aura. It's just like vibes.
The
It's
vibe.
all the
It's a
vibes.
vibe. It's a vibe.
All the vibes are just fucking
Because
there.
good attracts good.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it is. That's how it works. Like, you know, if you think good, like, you know, fuck it, who cares? Who cares?
And
I'm
I
good,
do,
I'm good.
and it sucks when all you have is negative around you, because that's all I have. Like, the two people that I have that matter are so fucking negative, it's unbelievable. Like, I need to convince this one that life is good. And he's just like, wow, this and this. Now he's a better person, but, oh my God, he's just horrible. Like, he is my fucking anchor. Like, it's like, just be negative on your own. Leave me alone. Just go to a different house. We'll write each other a text. Like, just let me be. You know? And the other person, oh, forget about it. Just everything's negative, negative, negative. It's like, fuck, like, it's hard to be in a better mental fucking state when everything's negative, but I've learned to separate it. And yeah, I'm like in such a better like, I wake up in a good mood, I go to sleep in a really good mood. I'm always fucking tired, but I'm just in a great fucking mood. Situations happen all the time, and it just like, it don't even bother me. Like, it's just like bullshit, but whatever. So yeah, it's like a vibe. Vibes are good.
Like,
Vibes are very good.
There's this man that I listen to on YouTube, and that's all he talks about, like the law of attraction. And he's all like, "Have you ever wondered why millionaires always go golfing?" And I'm like, "No, why?" That's true. I remember when I used to work with Mr.
Yeah, why?
Why? Okay, there's this thing. There's this.
We'll go fucking golf right now.
I know. There's this method. It's called the 3-6-9 method. And that's where I heard that part.
3-6 mafia?
Okay, no, 3-6-9. 3-6-9. You fucking write down three affirmations, like 3 things you want, right? And then you put your alarm on your phone 6 times a day.
To make sure you're going by them.
Yeah, and every time your alarm goes off, you just repeat the affirmation for 9 days. And then after, you just let it go. So his thing was like, okay, these fools, like, they sit there, they think about what they want, and then they go fucking golf. Why? Because they're releasing it. Like, they thought of what they wanted.
So,
yeah.
Let it go. They're like, he's like, believe so deep in yourself that you're just going to wait for it. Because you already know you're going to get it. And that's what these fools do. Like, they sit there and make their plan, and then they just fucking, plot it. Okay, this is going to happen, and, and then they just let it go. They go golf to distract themselves.
I'm going to have to
not
look
be
into
thinking
that.
about it. Yeah, think about it. It's fucking crazy.
In January, that purple book right here, that's my to-do list, and I made goals. I had 12 goals in the beginning of the year. And I go through my list every week, and even John tells me I'm realistic. But if I don't write my shit down, I will forget. You know how, that's why I was laughing at you the other day, how you're like, we make plans and I just don't even know what we're doing.
I don't remember.
Okay, I make my to-do list for the week. And my to-do list is 200 fucking things. And I know it sounds stupid, but it's like something as simple as like, make sure you fucking organize your cans, your drawer in the, your canned foods. I go through those every like 4 or 6 months. Like, it's just all my life, like, I like to get, whatever. I'm fucking retarded, but yeah. So yeah,
no, I feel because I do the same thing right now.
Off of my 12 to-dos that I had, I've already done 6. I only need 6 more. But like, one big one was to buy a plot, which I'm gonna hold off on till this whole COVID, everybody's trying to take your kidney and your left ovary is over. But like, stuff like that. Writer, I've been a writer since I was a kid. Remember my stupid fucking typewriter I had? I would always write. At my dad's shop, in the storage over there, I have about 50 books put away. Here at the house, I have all kinds of shit that I start on. In my computer, my pink computer, when Susie was little, I would give her stories every night because she would not go to sleep without a story. So I created her in the version of a little witch, La Brujita. And I would give her a story of a witch every single night. But then the next day, I'd write it down. So I have about another 100 books in my computer that are all bullshit that I made up for my kid to put her to fucking sleep. So that is one of my main goals in life, to publish a fucking book. And I looked into it, but it's fucking expensive, Yeah. You have to have an actual checker and a this and a that. So like, at the end of everything, it's like $5,000 just to get a book out. I don't have that right now, but I will eventually get into it. Amazon does them for free, but they take your shit. So I don't want them taking my royalties, But it's just like my goals. Like I said, I set 12 main goals. I'm down 6. I do my to-do list every fucking Monday, and I make sure I try to stay on it. Because if I don't, it doesn't happen. And John's like, you're so fucking unrealistic. Like, 200 fucking things, you're really going to do them? I'm not saying I'm going to do them all today. It's the stuff we have to do during the fucking week. If I don't write it down, I will fucking forget, and it's done. Like, once I forget, it's like, oh shit, And I hate forgetting, because then at night I can't even like concentrate with sleeping, because I'm like, what was I supposed to do? Like, I will get up at 3 in the morning and write down what I forgot to write down earlier. Like, I'm just nuts like that. I am. So, yeah, it's all law of attraction, vibes. It's fucking crazy. It's weird. But it's true.
Like attracts like. That's why when something bad happens and you're just like, fuck man, it's a bad day. Everything else goes bad. Because that's what you're calling. Like the man says, oh, the universe says, bad? You want bad? Alright. Like, you know, so it's just like the vibe.
And it's true. That's so true. That's why, like, once, like, this one will be like, my day's all shitty. Like, there, you're home. There. Whatever happened over there, you're home. That's already halfway done. Like, you're done.
Yeah.
To me, once your head hits the pillow, it's the reset button. The next day's going to be the best. And that's why I wake up. Like, fuck, yesterday was the worst. Today's going to be the best. And it is. Like, I just convinced myself that that's the way it's going to be. And that's it. Like, I'm sticking to the best, and the best is going to happen. But it's just weird. Like, I don't know what it is, what the vibe brings. I don't know. Or is it just all a mind fucking set?
It's a mind power. It's a vibes. It's the fact that there is a parallel fucking universe. Fucking, dude, it's weird. It's weird. There's this other thing I want to get into. It's called quantum leaping. And that's like when you make shit happen instantly. Like, and that's how I can't get the grip of it though, because it's a little bit harder. But it's something, and that shit scares me. I remember one time I tried this meditation, where you had to listen to it going to sleep, and that shit fucking made me feel so weird. Like my fucking chest started vibrating. I think it was one of the quantum leap ones. But it's so much shit, and it's like, it's so infinite. Because the more you look into it, the more you find out, the more you find out, the more you find out. But going back to the topic, I feel like that's starting point. Like, once you get that down, like, the law of attraction, you just start bringing other shit in to fucking make it solid. You know, because everything has its properties and everything has its meaning. And once you start using that for help, and you put your intention into it, and then you use your little law of attraction shit, just let it go, that's when you see shit happen. But then again, like, there's good, there's bad. So, I mean, it's nothing bad or fuck with. Just be sure, like, you're not trying to fucking make the neighbor go fucking legless, you know? I think you're gonna be legless. But yeah, it's up there, it's true.
Now, the way I see it is, like, people are so against, like, this. Yeah, don't do that. As long as it's to self-help, where's the harm? You're not harming anybody else or wishing bad on anybody. Mm-hmm. So what's the, like, I don't know, you're gonna go to hell. It's like, aren't we already here? Like, fuck. I can tell you about 80 different fucked up things happening today alone. Like, I don't know. I just don't fear hell. I think it's cold, but I don't fear it.
Alright, it's coming for you.
I'm gonna bless you. Alright, well, since there's so much more to be added to the witch topic, because like I said, you got voodoo, you got hoodoo, you got Wiccans, you got paleros,
pagans.
You got the pagans, you got what are they called? Santeros. Paleros and santeros ain't the same, but they're on the same tip. I think we should just do this topic again with more stuff. I had a bunch of things I wanted to read out, but I didn't write them down. Because like I said, I was so not in the mood. Like, I'm trying to clean. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to... Oh my God, my house is a fucking mess. But anyways, we'll go... Or bring that up, I should say, later. And, like, share this... The more of the stuff I have.
You know what else, too, I just found out about? And it's actually pretty scary. You know the fucking, Snow White? When the fucking witch is talking to the mirror?
Yeah.
Like, tell me who's the fairest witch of all. You could fucking do that. You could do that on your own. Like, you get a fucking, like, a mirror and you have to paint it black. But it has to be, like, the black to fucking shine. Mm-hmm. The glossy black. But you need to do like some other deeper shit with it. Like you need to charge that shit with the fucking moonlight. And that's another thing that you can do with the stone. We'll get into that on another day. But dude, like if you sit there and you put yourself in the state of mind, once again there goes the fucking line, and you concentrate onto what the fuck you want to know. And when you look into that shit, it fucking it talks to you. That's another thing I'm looking into because I want to do that. But the lady did advise, like, you're gonna get scared. You're gonna see a bunch of scary shit. So you need to keep in mind that you're gonna be scared and that it's scary and that you're probably gonna see things you don't want to see.
And end up being disturbed and go to a mental hospital.
Disturbing, yeah. Yeah, but I want to know. I want to know everything.
I don't. I'd rather not. I already see enough and hear enough. I just tone it out. And
That's called mirror scrying.
What?
That whole Black Mirror thing.
Um.
But it's crazy because it comes out in Disney.
Yeah.
You know.
As a matter of fact, we were watching that this morning, and Sunny's like, "Mommy, I'm so scared," and she's like, "Give me this for white hair." When she's transferring into the ugly witch, she's like, "Yeah, pinche vieja bruja," and she's like, "And this for this," and she's yelling, and I'm like, "Fuck, there's my sister." No, I'm just playing. I didn't say that. But yeah, we'll bring that up again. Get into further details. I have stories to tell. Yeah, thank you guys for spending your evening with us, a long evening, and follow us